What is going on, brother? Civil here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys the most annoying route in the game. Now I tell you, I don't really use this route. I think it's the worst thing that ever happened to Madden. People are starting to use it. People used it in clubs a little bit, and it's starting to become pretty popular. I hate this route. It's probably my least favorite route to ever have to defend because it's so stupid. I promise you, I'm going to DreamHack here February like 20th or something like that. DreamHack LA to play in face-to-face regs in the Madden tournament there. If someone runs this on me, there's a good chance I might have to fight them, okay? If you ever want to get in a fight in a Madden tournament and you're playing me, run a delayed fade, and I promise you, you will get all 5'8", 175 pounds of me. I promise you. This shit just blows my freaking mind. Now, with that being said, I'm going to show you guys how to run, because that's what I do. Now, you can do this out of any play. But certain plays, I guess like rollout plays really work the best for this, just because they kind of get the user away and the defense kind of dumbs out a little bit. But we are going to be showing you guys, basically it works best against zone coverages. So I'm going to go, okay, well I actually hit random play. So first we're going to get on a hash mark. It doesn't really matter a whole lot. And once again, the play call does not matter a whole lot. It's really whatever play you like. I prefer rollout plays, so this is a good example of it. And what we're going to do is, here's a very simple Z spot setup, right? We've all seen this before. This is not innovative, but wait. Look at that blue route. You see him? Now, all I did to do that was I, went to go hot route Kelsey, and I flicked the right stick up on a delayed fade. Now, only tight ends can get this. Halfbacks can get like check and releases, but they can't get delayed fades. So this is a really important route. Now, what we're also going to want to do is watch what happens. When we roll out, we're going to tap A, and we're going to get him to roll out, basically. And right there, it's not a great example against that type of match defense. But what we're going to see here is, so I'm just going to set up again without, I'm not looking at what their defense is. Here it is, boom. So this time, here we are. We're going to get him to release. And you see, it's stupid. It looks bad, but it's a pretty open late read. And a lot of people will just do this just to run around with him. And like watch, like you can really just start running around, press A, get him to go upfield, and throw this shit. And you get 5 yards right there. And you can really just do this. You can really use it as a bailout in any kind of offense. It's really, really frustrating. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Boom, we roll. You press A to get him to actually release. And right there, he does not. But you see, the issue is when he starts doing well, is right there, that was man coverage. But when it starts getting good is when they have a user on the field. Because that user isn't actually going to recognize that delayed fade is going to be coming. You know what I mean? So once again, here we are, boom. And once again, it was man coverage. So man coverage will do a good job of bagging this, but against zone. So let me actually make sure I get into a zone coverage here so I can actually just keep showing you guys consistently rather than have like weird little times when they're man up. So man coverage will do a good job against this. That is something that is good to know for if you're defending this. Now, if we go into just a cover 3 zone, right? Cover 3 press. Very popular route combo. Right here, boom. We go, we get out, we just throw it. You can wait on it. You can, you can release it whenever, basically. Now, a big thing that goes into releasing and how quickly they release is the tight end awareness. If you have a tight end with low awareness, so basically just an idiot out there playing tight end, he's going to take longer. But if I have Travis Kelsey, when I hit A, he's going to release pretty quickly and able to see how we'll get the out there. Now, obviously, the throw's a little unrealistic because it is Pat Mahomes, but you don't have to be rolling out like that. I'm merely showing you guys the route. But it's going to get really frustrating. And if you're playing a user, this is when this is the best. Against the CPU, it's not really that needed. Right there, boom, again. Zones aren't covering this. It's really just man coverage that's going to bag this, guys. And it's frustrating. It is frustrating to see. A lot of people started doing this more recently. And I'm about to start adding this into my offense, actually. So once again, right there, you see how we're able to get in between zones. The zone defenders don't recognize it as a route. And that's really bad. I hate this. Like I said, I'll keep saying it, I hate this. But you guys see, like, we're just going to get out. And, I mean, see, once again, like, they're just not recognizing that it's a route. Like, right there, that was a really, really good example of it, I think. So what this is really good for as well is if you're playing someone who's showing, like, a lot of pressure. So let me get into, like, a defense that you might be seeing pressure out of. You might not be seeing pressure out of. You don't really know. So let me get, into here real fast, right? Do wide receiver post, why not? And let's see what formation we have here. So let's go into something like double A gap, right? We have this. we might get, we might get screamed at right here. We don't know how many they're sending. It looks like they might send a lot. They might send 3. So a 3-man route combo with this right here is actually kind of good, because if they bluff you and you're wrong, you just release this guy and he's going to go upfield. And you see again how they're just not really recognizing that he's there. The zone doesn't keep dropping back with him. They don't bump him really. They don't really care that he's there. And that's what I'm trying to get to. Once again, like, you don't know if you're getting a pressure sent at you. So instead of actually just blocking this guy like this, put him on that delayed fade. And watch what happens. You see? So we got the regular route combo. Boom. We hit A to release him. He's a little bit slow that time. So sometimes he'll be a little bit slow. Awareness is a big deal. It matters if they're engaged as well or not. But I'm telling you guys, like, this is a frustrating thing to have to play against. So we get him to release right there. And boom. It's really simple. And this just gets better and better when you're actually playing a real user, everybody. Look, I'll show you guys out of another formation that you could really start doing this with. This is really good with escape artist quarterbacks, though, because you're able to buy that time. I mean, you can do this out of a lot of different stuff. So, like, you can do it out of doubles. Like, there's no reason you can't do this out of doubles as well. Where if you want to do something like this out of spot smash, go against a random zone defense. You know, let's just say you want to do something as simple as this, where they're just not going to expect that streak backside. Alright, so you're going, and you're just waiting for him to release right there. He got a really slow release, so it's honestly better to try to double team right there. That'd probably be a little bit better, so he's not the only person. Because if he's the only person on a blocking somebody, he will take a second to actually disengage. So here we go. So once again, he became the only person. But you see, like, you're able to throw it basically as soon as he starts releasing, and it's not gonna get played by anything. Trust me, it is very annoying, guys. Like, I hope you guys can see just like the frustration in my voice when I say it, because it's tough. It is tough to deal with. Right here. I mean, they don't notice it until after I put the ball in the air. I can show this out of a lot of different stuff, guys. Like, I can just keep showing it. It's super easy, you know, out of this kind of formation or out of this kind of route combo. Do something like this, release upfield, and I mean, they right there, you just had to have a mid read right there to be able to play it, but they're just not recognizing it that well overall. And you can do this under center too. I'll show you guys a way to do it from under center as well. So we're going to something like doubles north, and so let me see a good play to do out of something like bench switch, right? Let's do it against cover 3. So we got boom. So, you know, this is like a very fair route combo. You know, we have, so if you just look at it like this, you know, we've seen this 1,000 times. And then we put him on delayed fade. Boom. Wait for him to get upfield. And he's going to go and you're able to throw it. Now, right there, stay in the pocket, set your feet, and actually throw it. And once again, you don't want to stare this thing down, guys. Like, right now, I'm literally just staring at it. So that's not what you want to do. I'm merely doing it for the sake of just showing you guys. But, I mean, if we just watch it, get that release right there, we end up getting sacked. But the issue is, like, when you're playing a user, you just very rarely are going to stay in a single stock defense like this. And just, like, a lot of times your yellow zones are going to be going places. They're going to be different stuff. And that's when that's when the middle of the field becomes your responsibility. And it's hard to defend the middle of the field, defend this when you just don't know this is going to be there. You know, once again, you see it gets behind the yellow zone right there. It's hard to defend this route with your user because you just don't know it's coming. All right, so that's what's so frustrating about having to try to defend this thing. Once again, I will show you it one more time out of this. So boom, just wait, and I mean it's gonna get over the yellow if there is a yellow standing right there. It just does a really good job. I cannot stress enough how good of a job this thing does. I mean, I'll show it again. Right there, we threw something else. Obviously, once again, like, you don't want to stare that thing down, because if you stare it down, it's not going to go great. You know, it's just, it's not meant to be stared down. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what it's meant to do. But that's going to be basically it for me today, guys. Make sure you guys do check me out on Twitch. I am streaming now. The link will be below in the description. We are at 133 subscribers, so the community is growing really well right now. I'm super excited about that. But that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much.